now that we've done step 1, let's move on to step 2. Very similar to step 1, but we need to make a decision. We need to make a decision whether we're going to go chain drive or belt drive. So I think I'm going to go belt drive. I know traditionally the Optima was chain drive. I just want to not wear anything out or not stretch the chain and such like. It's more of a pleasure kit, so I'd like to bring it up to today's standards with the belt drive system. So we'll go with the chain with the belt drive. So we need these components here, which are OT208Bs, and again they are found on the blister belt drive, and you can see we've got the belt here. So you had the sprockets here, so if you wanted the chain drive you could go the chain drive, but yeah, we're going to go with the belt drive. So let's do part 1 of this step 2, which is very similar to what we did in part 1. Is we take our OT208B component, we take our OT224A component, which is the output cup, a little bit of grease on here, so that's greased up and ready. And you can kind of see how I'm doing that, hopefully. Then we take our O-ring and place that over there. Okay, place that on. And then we take our OT208B, place that through like we did before. And we take one of our large washers, again offering up on the drawing if you need to, but we know from the previous step that that's one of the washers, so that goes on. What I will do is put a little bit of grease that's left over on here. Now that we've got that in place, we then take one of those pins. Remember the little pins, the 2x7? There we are, which is OT224B, and we much the same as we did before. We've got to find the hole and pop it through the hole. And there we are. So that is that part there. And then to top that off, we've then got to get the OT222A, which is this gear, pop it over the top, spin that around until it drops in place. There we are, like that. And a little bit of grease, like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that again, because technically we've got to make 2 of them. So let's put that in there, and I'll do this a bit more faster. There we go, so that's the 2 of those done. So that's the part 1 bit done. And the next bit, the next bit. So the next bit we got to do is take our silicone oil, and it doesn't show me, it just says use the various grades. So I've got the 5000 grade. Doesn't say how much of this silicone oil to put in, or if there's a fill level. Okay, I'm just gonna See if I can fill this up. Let's try again. Here we go. Oh yeah, nice and thick. And this is the thin one. I'd like to know what the other ones are like. Whoa! I mean, this is like a. It is like a thick consistency indeed. So I don't quite know exactly how much I need to put in here. I'm just going to wiggle that around a bit and see.
So just move that around slightly.
I suppose what I'm going to go up to is I don't know where I'm going to where the shafts go in. You got this area here. I'm just going to go up to that area. There's like a shoulder in there. I'm going to go up to there because that looks like it's reasonably enough in terms of that. Maybe a touch more in there. Yeah, let's kind of see where we are. So I've kind of filled to the top here. That's where it's kind of gone to the top. So that should be enough. Right, now we've got our diff with our diff oil in there. So we need to take this component, which because we're using the belt drive, we use this. You don't use this on the chain drive. So this is OT208C. We need to pop that in place, face downwards. So that slides over. Then we take the gasket, which is the 0T223, and we line those up so that the holes are lined up correctly, like something along like that. And if you need to just line it around, there we are, that's better. It only goes one way actually, so yeah, if it doesn't look right, just turn it and it will go. Now that gasket is on there, that's done. And then we take the assembly that we made in part 1 of this step 2, and we take that and we pop that on top, lining up the holes and lining up what we need. There we are. There we are. So the holes are now lined up. And then you take these little 2x10 millimeter cap head screws. They're quite small. And we're going to tap those into place. And if you actually, that's got some resistance but smooth. Right, we'll do the other one. should be enough. There we are. There we have our diffs. Lovely. So that is step 2 completed.